Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Breakdown. Today we're talking about our latest release, the Aqua Control Plus Mint series pads, a refresh of the original AC Plus series pads featuring a brand new design, updated edge stitching, and an improved base. Now since the Mint pads are just a refresh of the Aqua Control Plus, many of the core aspects that made the AC Plus so popular and gave it its legendary reputation have carried over to the Mint versions, and in today's episode of Breakdown we'll talk more about these aspects, what updates have been made to the Mint series pads, as well as the pad's performance profiles, skate and arm sleeve compatibility, and much more. But before we dive in, if you enjoy the video or want to see more episodes of Breakdown, breaking down X-raypad's other pad lineups and products, be sure to leave a like on this video and get subscribed to the channel. And if you want to learn more about the AC Plus Mint series pads or pick up one for yourself, you can check out the pad's product pages, which will be linked down in the video description. For versions, the AC Plus Mint pads come in two types, both of which feature the same art drawn by illustrator Toki, just with different background colors, one being the mint pink and the other being the mint yellow, and there is also a difference between the character's eyes depending on the version you purchase. For sizing and pricing, unlike the other AC Plus series pads, the mint versions only come in two sizes, 360 by 300 by 4 millimeters, which retails for $13.80 USD, and 450 by 400 by 4 millimeters, which retails for $19.90 USD. But as always with xraypad's products, if you purchase the AC Plus mint pads directly from our official websites, the pad will be available at a discounted price, but if you purchase the pads from a third-party retailer, you'll be paying the full MSRP, and if you purchase the Mint series pads or any of xraypad's other products from our official website, don't forget to use code BREAKDOWN as that will add an additional discount to eligible orders. For unboxing, depending on which version of the AC Mint you purchase, the pad's packaging and accessories will differ slightly, as the smaller version of the AC Mint will be shipped flat packed, while the larger version will be shipped in rolled packaging. But unlike our previous rolled pads, the packaging here for the Mint pads has been updated to make it wider, which helps to address the creasing issues customers have experienced with our previous packaging, as the Mint pads won't be rolled as tightly due to the wider packaging, which helps to prevent the pad's edges from rolling or creasing upwards, allowing the pads to sit completely flat out of the rolled packaging. But since this is a refreshed AC Plus, you still need to be mindful when moving the pad around, as if the surface is reverse rolled or creased, the surface can be damaged, so make sure to only roll the pad with the base facing inward and the surface outward. And regarding accessories, the larger 450 by 400 by 4mm mint pads include some bonus accessories in the form of a mint keychain and a mint acrylic stand, but the stand and keychain are limited quantities, and the smaller version of the AC mint pad will not include any additional accessories. For surfacing, all the AC Plus Mint series pad use the same non-coated Amundsen fabric for their surface material, the same fabric type used on all the other Aqua Control Plus series pads. For weaving, this non-coated Amundsen is woven in a dense cross stitch, creating a plus symbol like stitching which gives the pads their high pixel accuracy, even X and Y axis frictions, as well as many other features. Now this is the same style of surface weaving used by the AC Plus, AC Plus V2 and AC Pro series pads, and many of xraypad's other pad lineups. Now due to the printing process applied to the AC Plus Mint surface, this pad is slightly faster than the standard AC Plus series pads that have no surface printing, as the printing process heat treats the surface fabric. However, unlike our other pad lineups, there is a significant difference between a printed and non-printed pad. The difference between the AC Plus Mint and the standard AC Plus Wave, for example, is very minimal. Another aspect to the surfacing that the AC Plus Mint series pads share with the other versions of the AC Plus is that its surface does have a slightly rough texture, not to the same degree as the AC0 or AC2 series pads, but some users might want to use an arm sleeve with the Mint series pads because of the slight abrasiveness, and we'll talk more about the pad's compatibility with arm sleeves later in this video. For softness types, the AC Plus Mint series pad come in one softness type, which is a softer, plushier 4mm thick base. This base is the same base type found on our other 4mm AC Plus series pads, having a similar degree of softness to the soft bases found in the Heavy B and AC Pro series pads, but being slightly firmer than the base used on the AC Plus V2 series pads. Now, as expected for a base like this softer base does allow you to push your mouse into the pad to increase the degree of frictions you'll feel when moving your mouse across the Mint surface, and we'll talk more about the effects of this in a moment. Now for the performance profiles of the AC Plus Mint series pads, since the pads use the same surfacing as base as the other AC Plus series pads, the Mint's performance profile falls into the balance category, being the same as the AC Plus Wave or AC Plus Custom pads, being ever so slightly faster than the performance profile of the solid color AC Plus pads due to the surface's printing. Now compared to some of our other pads, the AC Plus Mint pads obviously share the same performance profile as the AC Plus Wave and AC Plus V2 series pads, but it's also quite similar to the AC Pro Black Soft and Extra Soft, as the two pads share similar degrees of control and accuracy in flicking, but the Mint series pads have a slightly faster glide due to their base and surface treatment. Compared to the Heavy B series pads, the Mint pads are somewhat similar to the soft and extra soft standard versions, as well as the Peach and S variant, as they share similar degrees of accuracy in flicking, but again the Mint series pads have a faster glide and a lower control rating. The Mint series pads also share some similarities to the AC0 and Ace pads, but like the Heavy B pads, the Mint series pads have a faster glide rating and a lower control rating compared to those pads. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the AC Plus Mint surface is a more textured feeling to it, which gives the pad a smooth but controlled glide that is even on both the X and Y axis, adding further consistency to the pad's balanced performance profile. But keep in mind that due to the softer base, as I mentioned earlier, you can further increase the control you'll feel on the Mint series pads by pressing your mouse into the pad's softer base. As such, the AC Plus Mint series pads, due to their balanced performance profile, same as the other AC Plus series pads, makes them ideal for high time to kill games such as Overwatch 2, The Finals, Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty and Battlefield, as well as lower time to kill games such as Counter-Strike 2, Valorant, and Rainbow Six Siege. However, due to the softer base, the pads are slightly more optimized for low time to kill games. But keep in mind that you can further optimize your AC Plus Mint pad for particular aim or game types by combining them with either our Jade or Obsidian series skates. So if you want to optimize the pad for higher time to kill games by making it faster and giving it a smoother glide, you can use our Jade or Jade Ultra series skates, or alternatively, if you want to make the AC Plus Mint pads more optimized for lower time to kill games by making it more controlled, you can use the Obsidian or Obsidian Ultra series skates. For base, this is one of the biggest improvements you'll find on the AC Plus Mint series pads, as well it is still using a rubber base, the same style as the one found on the other AC Plus series pads. The base here has been upgraded with an anti-slip rubber coating, similar to the coating applied to the AC Aces base. This coating makes the Mint's base much grippier and significantly increases its anchoring strength compared to the uncoated rubber bases on the other AC Plus series of pads, keeping the Mint pads perfectly anchored in place even with a significant amount of pressure applied to its surface. Now for skate compatibility, the AC Plus Mint pads, due to their 4mm thick, softer, plushier base, are only compatible with full-size skates, donut skates, and 8mm larger dot skates, as smaller dot skates and some ice's smaller surface area stock skates have too small of a surface area to counteract the depth of the pad's softer base and will bottom out when pressure is applied to them. So keep this in mind if you plan on pairing your AC Plus Mint series pad with any of our Jade or Obsidian series skates, and make sure to choose types that are compatible with the pad's base. Now for edge stitching, this is the second notable upgrade here on the AC Plus Mint series pads, as the edge stitching shaping and material have been updated to not only make the edge stitching slightly lower profile, but also much softer and smoother. These changes cause the edge stitching to not only be easier to move your arm across, it also is softer and lower profile, creating less drag on movements across it compared to the thicker, rougher edge stitchings found in the other AC Plus series of pads. Now for the effects of moisture, as I mentioned earlier, since the AC Plus Mint surface is made out of non-coated Amundsen fabric like all the other AC Plus series pads, the surface is highly resistant to moisture, so not only will sweat from your arms or hands have a minimal impact on the pad's performance, it will also be highly resistant to humidity. And if any moisture does make contact with the pad's surface, it will pretty much immediately drain through the less dense surface weaving, preventing the moisture from significantly affecting performance. But if the pad surface becomes waterlogged, it will slow down, as all pads will, but most moisture sources from a humid environment or just sweat from your arms or hands won't have a significant impact on the pad's performance. And in terms of the effect of dust and debris, like the other versions of the AC Plus series pads, the Mint series pads are largely immune to larger debris types such as crumbs or pet fur. However, smaller debris particles such as dust and dead skin, sweat, and oils from your hands and arms can affect the pad surface over very long-term use, as they'll fill the gaps in the surface's weaving. Now this buildup will cause lighter colored areas in the Mint series pads to discolor or yellow slightly, but rest assured you can prevent this from happening by spot cleaning the pad surface periodically, and we'll talk about how to clean the pad in a moment. For arm sleeve compatibility, since the AC Plus Mint series pads, just like the other AC Plus series pads, have a more textured surfacing, the pad surface has a fair amount of texture when it makes contact with skin, not to a degree that would cause discomfort. However, if you dislike the surface texture or simply prefer the feel of arm sleeves, all versions of the AC Plus Mint are fully compatible with any gaming optimized sleeves with a spandex polyester blend. You can use sleeves as a softer or textured surface, but they will be very controlled, much more so than gaming optimized ones. So if you plan on using a sleeve with the AC Plus Mint series pads, be sure to use one of the proper material blended in a smooth surface for the best experience if you dislike the surface's textured feeling. And lastly, in terms of care and cleaning instructions, if the surface of your Mint pad starts to yellow or discolor, we recommend spot cleaning the pad with a wet wipe, which is is non-alcoholic and non-chemical. If you need to deep clean the pad, you can do so with a shower head set to low pressure and lukewarm or cold water. You can also clean the pad's base using this method, but keep in mind that fully soaking the pad's surface with water will slightly affect the surface's feel, and be sure not to use hot water, soap, or any other cleaning chemicals on this pad as they can damage the surface. But regardless of how you clean the pad's surface, be sure to always let the pad air dry and never use an iron or a hair dryer to quickly dry the pad, as that can also cause damage. And for transporting or storing the AC Plus Mint pads, as I mentioned earlier, just like xraypad's other AC Plus series of pads, you cannot reverse roll the pads, as doing so could damage the surface. So if you need to store or transport the pad, roll it with the base facing inward and the surface outward. And we also recommend holding onto the pad's packaging, as you can reuse it to safely transport and store the Mint series pads if needed. Alright, and with that, that's everything you need to know about the brand new Aqua Control Plus Mint series pads. If you were a fan of the original AC Plus but want an updated version with improved edge stitching and base, as well as a fresh new art style, the Mint series pads are definitely worth checking out. And I wanted to note that we'll be upgrading our other pad lineups in the future with this improved packaging, edge stitching, and base, so keep an eye out for these and other improvements coming to our pad lineup soon. But if you'd like to learn more about the AC Plus Mint series pads, you can find their product pages linked down in the video description, and if you pick up an AC Plus Mint or anything else from xraypad's official website, be sure to use code BREAKDOWN for an additional discount on your order if applicable. And as always, if you have any specific questions about the AC Plus Mint series pads we don't cover in this video, feel free to leave a comment down below and we'll do our best to answer any questions you may have. But that's all for today. Thank you for watching and thank you for choosing xraypad. Cheers.